This is my ZZR600 E7. This is a short video about how to upgrade the brake calipers from the original Tokikos up to some NISSINs off the Honda 5 blade. First of all, I must thank the people off the ZZR International Forum, as I would have no idea this modification was even available, let alone how to do it if it wasn't for them. Okay, first of all to the calipers. This is a set of NISSIN 4-pot calipers, I think off a 2001 Fireblade, and it cost me 56 quid posted off eBay for the pair. I think they fit from years 1999 to 2003 or 2004, and also the calipers off a 2003 CBR600 will fit. The important thing is that the distance between the hole sensors is 63mm from that hole sensor to that hole sensor, which is the same distance as the hole sensors on your fork leg, 63mm from the centre of that hole to the centre of that hole. Same on the caliper. The first thing you've got to address is the fact that your original calipers bolt on with a 10mm bolt, whereas the NISSIN calipers take an 8mm bolt. So when you put your 8mm bolt through the hole on the caliper, on the fork leg, the mounting lugs on the fork leg, you're going to have some slack in the hole. So all I did was, I went to my local DIY store and managed to pick up a bit of alley tube. It was about 3 quid, and it's 10mm outside diameter with a 1mm wall thickness, which obviously gives you an 8mm inside diameter. Cut some bits of those off that just slip over the 8mm bolt. I got the 8mm bolt from another little shop close to me. These, strictly speaking, should be high tensile steel, the same as your original caliper mounting bolts. And then they just slip into the mounting lugs, and the fact that you've got the bush on the bolt there takes up all the slack, and the bolt's nice and snug in the hole there, rather than flopping about. What is important when you do this is that when you cut the bushes, you make them slightly shorter than the hole that they're going into, because if they were any longer than the hole they're going into, when you tightened it up, you wouldn't be clamping onto the lug on the fork leg, you'd be clamping onto the bush that you've put inside it. The next thing you do to make them fit is you've got to file a little bit out of the inside of the caliper. It's where the two caliper halves meet, and it's just that little length of metal in there. You've just got to take a little bit off. It's very easily done. You hardly have to take anything off really, maybe just a milli or two. And all that does is stop the outer edge of the disc rubbing against the inside of the caliper as it rotates round. It's obviously slightly different the way it mounts, and so that's where you just got to take a little bit off there just to stop it rubbing. It's really very easily done. Next thing I had to do was just file a little bit off the lug there on the inside. It's practically just cleaning up the casting. It's hardly anything at all, but just take a little bit of material off there, so when you put the caliper on and bolt it up, it all comes on nice and easy and square. Otherwise, you can see where I tried to bolt it up beforehand. You can just about see there on the bottom one I had to take a little bit off as well, just a little bit off there. You can see where, as I tightened the caliper up, it rubbed on the mounting lug, and just didn't feel like a good fit. So you just took a little bit off there, and then it mounts nice and easily. So once you've done those two things, done that little bit of filing, and prepared your bolt with its bush on, the bolt had to be a bit longer. This is a 40mm Allen bolt, 8mm thread on it. I put a washer just above the head there, just on the head, so when it goes into the hole, it's spreading the load nicely around the lug, because it's a smaller head than the hole was designed for. You're not trying to, without that washer, it wouldn't be a very good surface area. The head would be trying to push through the lug to a point. And then what you must also do is get another washer, another 8mm washer, and just put it on the other side of the bolt there. So you've got an 8mm, you've got a washer between the caliper and the mounting lug. And what that does is it moves the caliper inwards and therefore centralises the disc within the caliper. If you didn't do that, then when you put the caliper on, the disc wouldn't be running through the centre of the caliper. But by doing that, that just moves the disc over a little bit, and has the disc running nice and centrally through the caliper. And that's it. You do the same on the bottom. Same on the bottom. Put your bush bolt in there. Get your washer. Hang your washer on the bolts. Obviously, you have to pull your bolts back a little bit. Slide the caliper on. Torque them up nice and tight. And there you go. You've got Nissan 5-blade brakes on your ZZR, and I must say they are a lot better than the original Tokicos, and a lot easier to bleed up as well, and apparently much less likely to seize through the winter, which is the problem I had with mine. Okay, I hope that's some help to you. Thanks very much.